Talking about a very important topic, estate planning. And though it may feel a little weird and maybe even slightly morbid to talk about, it could save you and your family a big headache in the long run. Here to explain is attorney and owner of the Farrell law firm, John Farrell. Hi, John.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Oh, thanks for having me.
We were just talking about all the things that can happen if you don't take these steps, so that's why you're here. Thank you so much. Let's talk about estate planning. Why is it important for families to do, even if they're not quote-unquote wealthy? I think a lot of people think you have to have this vast amount of wealth to do something like this.
Yeah, so estate planning is more than just about money. It's about protecting your family. And so in Georgia, if you pass away without a will, the state decides who gets what when. That process can be costly and stressful for loved ones. And having a will in place gives your family control and clarity in difficult moments.
Yeah, and let's talk then about documents, key documents that everyone should have in place. This gives me anxiety just thinking about it, but what do we need to have to even get started?
Yeah, so at a minimum, every adult should have a last will and testament, a financial power of attorney, an advance directive for health care, and for some families, a revocable living trust to avoid probate. Having these documents in place allows your family to make sure their wishes are honored, their kids are taken care of, and that assets are transitioned smoothly.
I would say the anxiety then will come when you don't have any of these things in place, but if you do this beforehand, you should have a more stress-free experience. I know your firm's approach to estate planning is different from others. Can you tell people why that is?
Yeah, absolutely. So at the Farrell Law Firm, we offer flat fee estate planning, so no hourly billing and no surprise fees. We also focus on education first. We want our clients to understand the documents and not just come in and sign papers. And so we really just try to make sure things are simple for our clients. And if things get complex, like having property in multiple states, we've got the experience to handle those.
I would say for somebody like myself who doesn't know anything about this, having somebody that you trust and that cares and walks you through the process can really just alleviate so much in the long run. So can you also explain, this is a question I had, the difference between a will and a trust?
Yeah, it's a fantastic question. Yeah, so a will only takes place after you pass away. So it really doesn't help you if you become incapacitated or if you have other needs before you pass away, whereas a trust goes into effect when you sign it. So it can handle your incapacity. People can step in your shoes and take care of your financial affairs if you become incapacitated in some way. It also helps keep things private and out of the court process and in your family's hands.
Okay, good to know. How does probate work in Georgia, John, and why do families want to avoid that?
Yeah, absolutely. So probate is the court-supervised distribution of your assets, and so that process can take 6 to 12 months, and if heirs disagree, it can drag on even longer than that. For that reason, a lot of people choose the revocable living trust because it keeps it out of the court process and into families' hands.
Okay, a lot of good information here. Let me ask you this. Do younger families really need to have an estate plan, or is it mostly for people who are nearing retirement age?
Yes, excellent question. Younger families especially need estate planning. So if you have children, you have everything. And so naming guardians for those children with a last will and testament is just so important. I mean, imagine this. People leave more instructions for a babysitter when they're out one night than when they're gone for their entire life and can't call to check in. Having a will in place will allow them to name guardians for those children in case something happens to them.
Yes, we're doing this right now. It's so important. So I just urge you, if this is a sign that you needed, to pick up the phone and call John. But let's talk too about the book that you wrote. It's on estate planning. What motivated you to write the book?
Yeah, so I really just wanted to take the mystery out of estate planning. So for a lot of people, it can just feel overwhelming and not a topic they really want to talk about. So my book, Estate Planning for the Modern Family, currently in its second edition, offers a step-by-step guide to help people take that first step in getting their estate plan into place.
Oh, I love that you did this. Thank you so much for doing that. And if somebody wants to get started, John, what's the first step?
The first step is just to reach out to us for consultation. So scheduling consultation is easy. I'll sit down with you. We'll talk about your family, your goals, and really what you want to have happen when that day comes. And we'll design a plan for you to make it as simple as possible for you.
All right, John, thank you so much for being here. I could really talk to you for another 30 minutes, but we have to go. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, the Farrell Law Firm has two special offers for you today. All you have to do is head to their website, thefarrelllawfirm.com, download their free step-by-step guide to estate planning in Georgia. Plus, if you call the office today and schedule an initial consultation, just tell them you saw them right here on 11 Alive on Atlanta and Company for a free copy of John's book. The number to call is 678-809-4922. And thank you to the Farrell Law Firm for sponsoring that segment. I hope you'll call.